Just one day after Americans celebrated their independence from British tyranny, a member posted a video on our social network. In the video, uploaded to YouTube on July 2nd, shows a woman, Jennifer Jones, addressing her city council in Quartzsite, Arizona. She was formally recognized by the council and began to expose the misdeeds of her city councilman. What unfolded next was nothing short of mutiny. Before we speak to former Arizona gubernatorial candidate Barry Hess about this video, let's take a look and pay special attention to the voice of the mayor as she is arrested.
My name is Jennifer Jones. First of all, I'd like to thank Patricia Anderson for reading aloud for the public assembled here the rules that the council has placed on the agenda for public comment. I would also like to point out to the public that those rules were drawn up, I believe, by Ms. Walsma at the direction of former Mayor Huntley. They were never put before council. They were never voted on. They are not in compliance with the Open Meetings Act. And you are, as Mr. Sims from the League of Cities and Towns pointed out to the council, allowed to criticize them, whether or not Mr. Winslow would like to be out of order or not. I have the floor.
I'm afraid this lady has the floor here. She has been recognized. She has the floor.
She's violated the procedures.
She has not.
No, I have not.
We have passed it. I believe we have a majority.
You did not pass it, Mr. Winslow.
You may leave or you may be escorted out.
No, Mr. Winslow, you can leave or be escorted out as well. You are out of order. No, I have the floor.
Officer, that woman has the floor. You're violating my rules of order here. Sergeant. Sergeant, I have control of the meeting.
The mayor has control.
No, you may not. You may go to the back of the room, sir. It's my meeting. This is my meeting. Will you, officer, sergeant,
For the duration of this meeting.
sergeant,
Do I have a second?
sergeant, I'm in charge of this meeting. Will you sit down?
All those in favor?
This lady has the floor. She's exercising her First Amendment rights.
Hey,
Thank you.
what about the rest of the audience?
And they deserve a turn without the council walking out on them.
Simply go online.
There was a motion Thank you, Mayor Foster. What I wanted to explain to the people here tonight is what a
Okay, please.
tax.
The majority of this council has moved that this...
There's no motions in front of the council right now. There cannot be motions that call to the public.
This is called to the public. I have been writing model ordinances for the last decade.
You can't make motions during call to the public. That's not on the agenda. This is...
As staff informed everyone, this is a framework. This tax is not mandated.
All right.
You are in violation of my rules of order, Sergeant.
Don't resist the officer.
Mayor,
Do not resist the officer.
the mayor has
Do not
the-
resist the officer.
I
Do
have
not
not
resist the officer.
Let it go, Jay. Let it go. Let it go.
You are in violation of my rules of order, Chief. Chief, you are in violation of my rules of order.
Need to speak?
No, I didn't recognize you. She's at the podium. She has the mic. Sergeant Garcia, you are in violation of my rules of order.
You are, no!
You guys do not resist.
You are in violation of the lawful order of the mayor of this...
Somebody's gonna go to jail. What a joke.
Yeah, gotta have an arrest.
Yeah,
Call for order.
Order? Well, you got a right to speak.
You want to call for censorship is what you're calling for,
Yeah,
Mr. Winslow.
exactly. You only want to hear what you want to hear.
Don't tell who we're not to.
What you just witnessed was the total disregard of the mayor's authority and a woman's right to free speech. We're joined now by the former gubernatorial candidate of the state of Arizona, Barry Hess. Barry, what are your thoughts initially upon viewing this video?
Well, you know, when I saw it, I was absolutely aghast. But then again, it doesn't surprise me because we see so much of it. When people send us these videos, I immediately posted it and started notifying the authorities to see if they would do anything. And we're still waiting to see if the Attorney General will do anything. We don't believe he will. But what you really saw, there's a lot of backstory up in Quartzsite. There is a lot of corruption. It's very well noted, and there's been compounding complaints going on. What you have to realize is that in this meeting was this gal who had the floor, was recognized by the mayor, whose meeting it was. I mean, he was in control no matter what they say. And then you notice that the police released the gal, let her talk, then they went away, and then they came back of their own accord and took her away. Well, the reason was the chief of police has put himself so deeply into this corruption. He is the focal point of the whole deal, and what she was doing was she was starting to expose some of his corrupt actions. That's when they all jumped on her and literally took her away. This thing is fraught with all kinds of problems, not just the freedom of speech of an individual, but it's the idea of political speech inside a council meeting. And what Ernie and I had talked about earlier was just before this new mayor came on, the council is so used to their corrupt ways, they literally, in the last meeting before he became mayor, they pretty much tried to strip the mayor of all power. I mean, this is a game that's going on here with these guys, and they've just gone so overboard. Now it's right out in front of God and everybody. It's not like they can hide it. And I think very quickly those police officers need to be fired, every single one of them, charged, fined, and maybe skun a little bit, and then thrown in jail. These guys are the thugs, because the danger we run into is if you have a police force that doesn't answer to anybody, and that's what we saw, you have now got a thug group running the entire city.
Barry, what I did notice, and I was sort of hoping to see that the people would step up, because obviously, you know, the whole room was full of citizens, and the mayor was saying, wait a minute, you know, I have the floor, and they're dragging this woman off, and the citizenry just sat there. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the perfect opportunity for them to come to the aid of their fellow countrymen.
Well, it reminded me, my first thought, it was funny you'd say that, was that "Don't tase me, bro." Remember that? Remember that video of the kid?
Oh, yeah.
And nobody did anything. That made me mad then. This time, equally so. And you know, sure, a little bit after the fact, I understand the police force, the other officers have called for the resignation of the police chief in this regard. So something is starting to happen. It's not going to go away.
Well, Barry, thanks for taking time from your schedule. Keep tabs on this story, and we'll have you back again. So keep up the good work out there in Arizona.
Hey, we appreciate it, Gary. Get the word out. Let's let them know you can't hide here.